Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Outer Wilds. We are cracking this game open in ways that I can only imagine. So last time, we found Escape Pod 3. We found the Nomai grave. One of the 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel, which was badly damaged. The survivors from Escape Pod 3 detected 2 distinct beacons from the vessel, as if it was in 2 locations at once. Survivors from Escape Pod 3 followed one of the 2 vessel beacons to a small dark bramble seed where they could go no further. The Nomai could faintly hear the vessel's beacon from within the seed, but the opening was too small for a single Nomai to fit through, much less an escape pod. The vessel's beacon was dying and would soon be completely gone. If I launched my scout into the seed, I could take photos of an enormous derelict Nomai vessel. Indeed. We got there, and then we exploded. But I think we're going to try to look for our friends today. I think it's about time that we did that. Now that I understand how those seeds work, I mean, I'm glad my suspicion was founded. We should be able to find them. And now we know that we can creep past the spooky monsters. We should be able to explore Dark Bramble better. But there's also this place over here. And we were already here once. I don't think there's anything new here. Hello, Quantum Moon. Goodbye, Quantum Moon. I also don't really see what they were looking at. All these photos look pretty standard to me. And it doesn't say which. Every single astral body looking stunning and in color. Doesn't Timber Hearth look tiny? What is that? It can't be right. I mean, that's not even possible. Doesn't it show up in either of the photos, just the one? Wait, is it that? Oh, there's another planet in the system. Wait. Oh, that's Timber Hearth. That's Timber Hearth. Huh. Interesting. So is there more quantum shenanigans going on in this galaxy, in this system, than we're familiar with? This is where we need to be. It's actually really clever, the way that they set these up. Because it was one of the things that I thought about. Why would it be bigger on the inside? And, like, I just didn't have a reason. It was weird when we threw our scout in that it said duplicate signal. But at the time, I didn't really monkey with the duplicate signals much to be able to tell. So if we yeet that in there, yeah. Okay. All right, so let's head back to our ship. We're going to Dark Bramble. Now, probably the biggest issue that I have right now is that this really just seems like a way to learn more about the origins of the Nomai. It doesn't actually, like, improve the our plight, unless there's, like, something in the vessel that allows us to teleport to the solar station. Which wouldn't make any sense because the vessel was lost long before the solar station was even considered. So I wonder if you could play through the game and just like not bother with the solar station at all, or not the solar station, the vessel at all. You could just not go to Dark Bramble. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm prepared to be eaten by a grue once again. So I wonder if we have to continue through, go back to the distress beacon to properly find our way back to the vessel. I would actually guess that would not be the case. And the reason I guess that is because we know that is in the, like, red area, whatever the red area may be. And it's like a path towards the southish. At least from the angle that we came. I don't know if that angle might change. It feels like we get teleported, not literally teleported, but like physically moved to a specific place to encounter the thing that we're supposed to whenever we pass through one of those gaps. I could be wrong about that. This is just like talking from a like meta game mechanic kind of standpoint. But we'll see. We shall see. Like, whenever you pass through one of these areas, it looks like it shifts you to be, like, at the proper angle that you're supposed to be at to continue forward. It also gives you a slower speed. Like, it changes your speed and your perspective right there. What am I supposed to do with this game? It's definitely not going to be the middle one. Let's go this way. We're definitely in the danger zone now. There's almost certainly spooky monsters around. I also don't see a red path, which this is the first area I've seen, I think, that doesn't have a red path. I'm not sure the importance of that, but it's an interesting note. I have to go around. Eeh. I heard a grumpy growl, but I don't know if that's this way or not. Okay. That doesn't help. Let's try to shift to the side a little bit. I wish there was finer controls on my ship so I could do like micro adjustments. As it is, it's really just one way or another, it seems. I don't know if it's like how long you gun your engines or like how many engines you gun. I'm trying to stick to just one engine adjustment and just at like as short bursts as possible when I do bursts. The question is this an anglerfish or is this a pathway forward? Because you could hide an anglerfish behind one of these lights and you would never know it until you got close enough that it wouldn't matter. Which is why I'm trying not to go straight onto it. I'm trying to go at a bit of an angle. In case it is an anglerfish, maybe I can drift around it. I heard another spooky growl. I don't know if that's actually anglerfish or just ambience, though. I can't see anything in the fog. That is a dead anglerfish, I believe. I hope. Yeah. So it looks like we're in the right area. That's good. All right. All Where we go? Nice, Feldspar. Whoa! Where'd you come from? Nobody's been come in here in, well, ever, actually. That makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Say, it's you! They made you an astronaut. And you haven't blown yourself up yet. Good for you. We all thought you were dead for sure. What? Me killed off by thorny extra-dimensional plants that entirely violate the laws of space and time and a couple of giant predatory fish with gaping maws and enormous horns with sharp fangs? Not in this lifetime, little buddy. I set up camp here when my ship got stuck in the Dark Bramble. Been living off the land ever since. So what exactly happened to your ship? Oh, this is a good story. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep and needed a new challenge. None of us had ever been inside Dark Bramble. So I think, hey, let's give it a try. I've been cruising around for a while, dodging the odd, massive, interdimensional vine bristling with thorns when I run into this huge anglerfish, the biggest I've ever seen. I pulled a few stunts trying to shake it off. Nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and, well, like I said, I crash. Blammo. On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely got out of there before the electrical system started sparking like crazy. Apparently, Feldspar is smarter than I am. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. I camped out near where I crashed at first. I found the skeleton later. Great find. Who'd have been stupid not to use it? So I moved my setup here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. I can't believe you didn't die. You know, in the old days, I used to think the same thing every time I came back from a flight in one piece. These days, I'm used to it. Anyway, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire for a while. Stay a while and listen. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you? Well, yeah, whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kind of like it out here. Quiet. Peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best there ever was. Been nice to have a break. What happened to this anglerfish? Oh, the skeleton? It was like this when I got here. As near as I can tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine and eaten the seed, and then the seed grew and grew in the poor fish's stomach until this happened. Gross, huh? This skeleton was a good friend, or a good find. Keeps the fish away. Since they're territorial, they mostly avoid each other. That's why I set up camp here. Where is your ship? Not far from here, as a matter of fact. If you go straight past the tail of this anglerfish down there, you'll see a flickering light in the fog. Follow that and you'll find my old ship. What's left of it, anyway. You reached the core of Giant's Deep. How did you do it? Giant's Deep core, huh? That's a wild one. But since you asked, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yep. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old fit ship. Path starts there. What should I explore here? That's the spirit. Anywhere's good, but you should know the space here is weird. Intensely. Ever try throwing your scout into one of those weird seeds? See there with little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in 2 places at once. But I don't think that's wrong exactly, because space doesn't work right in here. That seed looks small, but inside it's bigger. Much bigger. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and my theory is space in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Well, that's my theory. Keep that in mind while you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck. Alright, well, let's, where am I going? I'm going past the tail, this way. Towards the blinking blue light. I'm still not completely sold that there's not just like another anglerfish here. So he told me that the vine is hollow and I should check out that. Okay. I guess we will. So there is another dark bramble vine on the deep ship ocean tide planet. Yeah, that place. Let's go check this out. So I guess I should have guessed that the solution would have been discovered here. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm running out of time. Okay. Ugh. Why can't I? It's like throwing me back. No. I don't have time for this game. Wait, where are we now? Oh, ah! Well. This is awkward. I needed to remember where that was. I think it's the South Pole. Up here somewhere. That does not give me much time. Until next time, folks. Happy gaming.